number 9 here at Limitless Racing, on board with Prior Germ in the Red Sea of things. It is double points weekend here at Limitless Racing. What will he be able to set coming into the first sector? Prior Germ in the Williams, pushing it to the absolute limit. What will he be able to set coming into the difficult parts of the track now? Little bit of a tank slapper coming out of the before the DRS detection zone of Sector 2. Getting that Williams in blue fashion here. Keeping it nice and tidy. Getting that wing nice and open here in qualifying of here in sprint fashion. Coming around the hairpin now. What will he be able to set for the final time? DRS is enabled. What will it be? It'll be a 130.4 for him. I believe the hash driver of Apex Viper is about to set his lap. Just behind him is going to be an Alpine of, looks like William is going to be on track. What will Apex set? 128.8. I believe William has just started his lap. So he will, Apex Viper with a 128.8, an astonishing lap for him. Coming around the corners now, his teammate has invalidated his lap. The Williams of Apex, the newest driver to the Limitless League here, Limitless Racing. What will he be able to set? Will he be on the front row here? On the medium compound tires he goes. What will he be able to set? And it'll be a 127.7 for Alex here for tonight. And it looks like a Mercedes driver of On Air is about to finish his lap. What will he be able to set coming into the shortest amount of time here? It's going to be a 129.6. The Ferrari driver of Cruz is going to just start his lap. What will he be able to set? Rassam about to finish his lap. His teammate just starts his lap. He's going to finish his. What will he be able to set? A medium compound tire for Rassam. He's going to set a banker of a 135.9. So Sky Biz with the fastest lap now with a 127.2 on the medium compound tires to set the show. Cruz is still out there on a lap. RP Amazing is on a lap also on the soft compound tires. So it's going to be interesting. Thanks for the follow there, Cruz. Appreciate the follow. RP Amazing about to set his lap. The McLaren is about to start his lap of Smith. Project Nemesis is about to finish his on the medium compound tires. What will he be able to set here at Saudi Arabia? That'll be P5 for Mr. Nemesis here. Coming into round 9 for Division 1. And Alex here is going to be coming into the pits to come in here. So it is, as you see, Sprint Q1. Looks like majority of the people are going to be setting their lap times on the medium compound tires to save their softs for the majority of the main sprint here. But Cruz is coming around now. What will he be able to set? That'll be a 128.7 for him. RP Amazing will set a 147.2. That'll be a pretty decent lap from him. That McLaren driver's gotten impeded, it looks like, from a Red Bull driver. No front wing for Smith. So he is not looking too happy into the sprint quali. So as I said before, sprint quali, as we'll run on board with Mr. William about to finish his lap on the medium compound tires. Coming into the final corner, will he put the power down? The power is down. The suspension is squatted. What will it be? It will be a 129.2 for his debut. But William will be P5, will be on the third row of the grid, right behind Apex Viper. Apex on brand new soft compound tires to round that out for the first sprint quali. And I believe, so 25 laps and 9 laps into this. So 9 lap shootout. for Jeddah here. Who's going to take it? Is it going to be our championship leader? Is it going to be Sky Biz? Going to be taken out. We'll look in the split here from Alex to Sky. It's only about 5/10 away from Sky the Kiro the GOAT here. Away from Sky's time here. Sky's on the soft compound tires, so he's looking to try to set a time here on the softs. Right on board with Ninja here, see what he can do and set on his lap time debut. Trying to keep it nice and tidy into the first sector. He's invalidated his lap. Curie's about to finish her lap here. Now it'll be a 1:36.1 for Miss Curie there. Right on board with Mr. Pryor Germ. Go right back to the lap times here. So the split between the field has... I mean, most of these times have been set on medium compound tires for the first round of things. So 2:40 is left. Who is out on their lap now? It looks like Apex Viper's out on his lap. Looks like Pryor Germ is going to get a little bit of a tow from Curie there. So looks like he's not improving as of right now. Unless that is into the wall for Pryor Germ. Trying to push the car as much as possible through the carousel of Sector 2. The beginning of Sector 2. And it wasn't. Oh, and looks like Ninja in the hairpin also made that mistake. And he has no front wing. We'll look back at, I believe, Apex is the car ahead as it sits right now for sprint quali. 1:50 left. So Sky thinks he's pretty safe. So he's staying in the pits as of right now. Alex is coming out for his lap, and that is wing damage for Apex. Not what he would have wanted. We're coming to start his sprint quali lap there. That is unfortunate business for Mr. Apex there. He's going to provide a little bit of a tow between his teammate. He might just go ahead and try to start the lap. Just behind, RP Mazing going to start his lap at the same time. But Smith is out there on his lap now. In the papaya. Well, will he be able to set? He's the first one out on track. He was impeded through the carousel of the beginning of Sector 2. Will he be able to show everybody here what it's all about? The Jeddah Corniche circuit. Coming around the final corner here. What will he be able to set? Looks like it's going to be maybe a high 30 or a high 20. It looks like it might be a double lapper here, but it's going to be a 1:30.7. Apex is not going to be improving. RP Mazing looks to be a little bit improvement from where he's at right now, drastically. 15-second improvement here coming into the last and final sector for the Haas. So Sky is not going to be able to get a lap in. That is qualifying over. Alex looking to try to get pole position. Smith has retired. RP coming around the final corner. What will he be able to set? Will he be able to get ahead of where he once was? And it will be a 1:31.9. So that will be P11 for him. Coming behind, I believe Cruz is 3/10 up, and he is 2/10 nearly improvement for him. Rassam is also just behind. He's 1.2 seconds up on his time. That'll be third position for him. coming right behind the Alpine of William. What will he be able to set? It's going to be a 4/10 improvement, so that will be right behind. The Williams of, I believe, Apex is also only 5/100ths away from Sky here. So it's going to be interesting. Sky set those on a mediums. Alex set that time on a medium compound. I mean, then again, he was only 4/10 away from Sky coming onto the medium compound tires. So not that drastic difference here, but coming into quali, we'll see. All right, here we go in the Red Sea of Jeddah Corniche. 5 red lights, and it's away we go at Jeddah, and Sky gets a decent start on Zox. Zox gets a good start on Alex, trying to defend Alex on Zox. Not able to get it done. Side by side, the Ferrari crew on Rassam and Cruz. And Rassam decides to back out of it for another day. Everybody in a single file line now. On air just behind. On air Mike, or just behind William, Mike D. See here. Zox up 1 position here. Chasing down Skybiz here. Alex chasing down Zox. Smith trying to chase down for half a point here on Prior Germ. A little bit of a DRS train here developing ahead. So I'm not sure. Apex Vipers just joined here back into the race. Skybiz sets a 130.5 for his debut. And it looks like the Alpine of Curie has a little bit of a miss. Down the inside, Smith goes on Prior Germ. Prior Germ defends. A little bit of contact between Prior Germ and Smith. And Smith, a little bit of argy-bargy, manages to get ahead of Prior Germ. Ahead of turn 2, leading into turn 4 into Jeddah Corniche. Ooh, and that's contact from the wall for William, and that's a 3-second time penalty coming William's way, and that'll be crucial for him. And Skybiz, I believe, is doing DRS games with Zox. A lot of things going on right now. Prior Germ staying behind. The Ferrari crew just behind the Williams of Alex. Trying to keep it nice and clean here. On air, also trying to stay with William. He knows he's got that 3-second time penalty to take into account for lap 3 out of 9. And Cruz will get by Rassam in Sector 1. Not a usual overtake that you normally see coming out of that portion of the track, but manages to get it done. Not sure if it was a pedal problem, but Sky manages to get back ahead of Zox. Alex also still in the rearview mirror. The Ferrari crew trying to catch up to Alex in fashion here. Get an airplane shot of what's going on here. William got that DRS, using that full deployment to his absolute limit. Down the outside he goes on Rassam. Rassam defends back on those medium compound tires, squats the suspension towards him, and that is DRS open for both of them. But still tucks in with that that split stream. Late braking by Rassam. William down the inside. A little bit of contact from William to Rassam. and Rassam will remain ahead. Prior Germ is defending and trying to get by. Project Nemesis, ooh, a little unusual overtake, and that's a little sideways from Prior Germ there, coming out of turn 4. Manages to save the car coming out of turn 4. Sky managing to get overtaken by Zox. A little bit of switcheroo. Alex is in the form of shakes now with that fight. Cruz is hoping to turn the gates here that they get a little bit more fighty, so that way him and his teammate can capitalize on the total points weekend here. Ooh, and further up, Skybiz makes the overtake. A little bit of squeeze, or a little bit of oversteer from Alex here. Alex looking on Zox's front, inside. Sky defends. Around the outside, Zox goes. Zox goes a little bit defensive. Zox manages to put the power down, but Sky is going to tuck right behind Zox. And he will be just behind. Alex is just behind Sky, too. Looks like Sky is just looking to struggle through the first sector here. Alex trying to keep it together. Here on lap 5 out of 9. Still plenty of laps to race. As a quick notion, the Ferrari crew is trying to keep it clean and use the split stream to its advantage. On air Mike D also trying to stay within split stream. Smith just behind also with that 1 point advantage. Looking to try to get that overtake, and it looks like just the top 3 here are just biffing it out. Out of lap 5 out of 9. Coming into the hairpin now. Sky will have the DRS now. Same with Alex, and that was a little bit of a tank slapper from Sky there. Manages to save it though. He might be under attack from Alex here. Not going to make that move happen, no. And it looks like the Ferrari of Cruz gets by his teammate into the start-finish straight. Everybody staying within margins of the track here. A little bit of a spread here. Prior Germ also just behind with Ninja, defending for 11th place. Go back up to Sky here. Looks like Skybiz making the overtake down the inside on Zox. Zox looking to defend, and his contact between Zox and Sky. That is unfortunate stuff for Sky there. Looks like just a little bit of explanation there. I'm not sure if that looked like a pretty decent hit there. Not sure if it was not enough space given there or if it was a little bit. Might have been on both. Who knows? But Sky's going to have to make up ground now to Zox. And a little bit of. And Alex takes the lead of the Grand Prix. And Zox hits the wall. 3-second time penalty for Zox. Sky with the DRS open, looking to attack on the Ferrari of Rassam. He's not going to do one Ronhar. chooses to back out of it for another day. The Aston Martin driver looking to try to gain some ground back on Cruz. Rassam, he's in the middle of the Ferrari crew. Down the inside he goes on Cruz. Cruz side by side with his teammate. A little bit of teamwork here. Looks like a little bit tap from Cruz there to Sky. He's in the split stream of Rassam. Cruz gonna get ahead of his teammate. A little bit of teammate work here, it looks like. Lap 8 out of 9. Try to keep Sky right behind. Coming into sprint here in the Jeddah. Alex is just trying desperately so hard to keep Zox behind. He's got that 3-second time penalty though to keep in mind though. Is it really thoughtful to defend as of right now against Zox here for the last remaining little laps here? The Sky's just absolutely trying to gain ever so slightly. Rassam defending against his teammate here. A little further up. Zox gets by Alex here. Alex down the inside on Zox. Manages to get that done. A little further back. The Ferrari crew trying to keep Skybiz behind. Around the outside, Skybiz does on Rassam. Manages to get the job done and dusted through the second corner here. Rassam looking down the inside. How do I join this league? Appreciate the follow. Welcome to the Limitless Race, Limitless community, man. If you want to join the league here and enjoy what you're seeing, Wisebot does bring out a link every now and then. You just click that link, and you'll be able to join the Discord. Or if you have the tabs below, just click on, I believe, if it's on mobile. If it's on mobile, it is, I believe, it might be the cogwheel. Not sure, but I will copy it and repaste it for you. There you go, my guy. Skybiz gets on to the podium for third. And Alex, just freshly joining the league, will win his first debut coming into Limitless Racing in the Williams. Coming out of lap 9. I didn't realize that was the last lap, though. Here, setting on 130.6. Zox, followed by Zox, Sky, Cruz, Rassam, On Air, Smith, William, Project Nemesis, RP, Pryor, Apex, Curie, and Ninja will be that. Looks like Apex is on an out lap now. So he's into session, it seems like. So that is good. Good to see. Smith's finally on his hot lap here. He's just behind a car that's on a cooldown lap. Not sure if the cooldown lap is... No, he manages to get out of the way, so that's good on RP Amazing, or Apex Viper there. Manages to get out of the way. Coming into the second sector now. The DRS detection zone now. What will he be able to set? Coming in to the feature race qualifying here. Coming through the final corner now. Just behind them will be a Williams of prior Germ. The Papaya will come out here and set a lap time here. What will it be? He said, I believe, a 130 something first session. It's going to be a 129.2. What will prior Germ set here? Looks like it may be a high 30 as it looks. So a 130.1 is going to be for him. RP Mazing is going to come across the line now with a 131.5. Who else is going to come across the line? It looks like the Alpine of Curie is next to finish the lap. And next is Project Nemesis and Ninja, then Apex. So Curie coming around the final corner here of the hairpin. Same with Project Nemesis. What will they be able to set here? Curie's going to set a 133.5. What will Project Nemesis set? That will be a 130.2, so that'll be on the second row for him. We'll go right on board with Ninja here. He's about to set his lap time here. Coming out of the hairpin here. Into D1 here. So looks like it's going to be a high 32. And it's a 32.6 for Mr. Ninja here. And it looks like Apex is also going to come across the line. What will he be able to say here? Pushing his absolute Haas to the limit. And that's pole fastest for 128.447 for the main feature race here.
So that way there's
and
no
that'll
issues.
be fast. So Zox looking to improve. We'll see what his sector split is here coming into the final sector here in just a few moments' time. Pushing the car to the absolute limits. What will he be able to put the kick salver up to? 5 seconds up to his time here. So it looks like as of right now, it's pole position. He's going to get a little bit of a split stream from the McLaren of Smith around the final corner. What will he be able to set here? Will he be able to go fastest here, coming to the least resistance of the line? And it'll be a 127.2 for Zox. And that will be fastest for Mr. Zox. But Skybiz is just behind with a threatening lap here. What will he be able to set? Coming around the final corner here, taps the wall just a bit. What will he be able to set? Will it be fastest? Will it be pole? And it will with a 126.908 for Sky the Biz. And it'll be 26 laps of racing here at Saudi. For Division 1. Everybody nicely, neatly getting into their grid boxes. All right, it is the second time around Jeddah. It is time to see red. And it is 5 red lights out, and Sky gets a decent start on Zox. Zox down the inside of Sky, keeps it around the inside. A little bit of a lockup from Smith, keeping it around the outside. A little bit of ghosting action from Smith there. But Zox manages to get ahead of Sky Biz there into the opening lap. Everybody nicely getting in neatly fast. A little bit of action here. Zox getting a little bit of a gap between Sky. Cruz trying to stay with him. Rassam also trying to stay with. Rassam under attack from Smith. Down the inside, Smith goes on William. William looking to defend. A little bit of touching there. On the hard compound tires. A little bit of cold tires there from Mr. Smith. A 132.1 from Mr. Zox. Smith looking to try to re-overtake. That last turn there around the inside. Now William will have the inside. William will leave this space towards him. Gets the power down. And he will remain that spot. Smith late breaking into the turn 4. A little bit of contact between William and Smith. And William will stay ahead. For this time around, it is contact. And it's out of the race. William is out of the race. Into Sector 1 on air. I'm not sure if he has damage. And it is damage. And that is a virtual safety car. And whoa, what has just happened? Further back, Smith looking for the overtake on Ninja. Sky won't be close enough to make that overtake happen. Zox on 3% less medium compound tires. Down the inside, Smith goes on Ninja here. Ninja leaves a little bit more space than adequate. But Smith will get that position nice and done, nice and easy. We'll go back up here with Sky and Zox. See how they're doing. Sky with the DRS open. Trying to chase down Mr. Zox here for first position. DRS is flashing for Mr. Sky. So as it sits right now, so the fastest lap that Zox has put down is a 131.6. And Sky has set the fastest lap of the session so far with a 131.2. So that is drastically faster than what Zox is doing as of right now. And Sky is on 94% battery compared to Zox's 50%. So Zox is absolutely pushing the car to try to get ahead and get out of Zox's or Sky's DRS detection. It's 4 lap old, so they're a little bit different. So 3% difference between Zox and Sky on the tire wear here. Sky being on the higher side as it sits right now. A little bit of a mistake from Sky there. Gathering a little bit too much curb. I would imagine that was a warning for the Aston Martin driver. Around the final corner here. Cruz trying to catch back up. Rassam also trying to catch back up with the Ferrari crew here. But that last incident, I would imagine there's going to be a little bit of a incident report coming in real fast. On air manages to get ahead of Curie there. And Ninja is out of the race, and that is a full course safety car. And that'll benefit on air Mike D there. He's on the medium, so he can go straight back on the hards and finish out the remainder of the race. So we'll go back to the stops here. So, okay, so he's the only one that has made a stop. So he started on the hard compound tires. He went on the mediums. And now he's going to be I would imagine him going back in, but we'll see. He might wait until later on, but we'll see here. He's going to come in. Same with Curie. I would imagine he's going to come in for the hards, and you'll go for the rest of the race off of those. And that's the first safety car of the evening. 7 laps out of 25, so that'll be used hards for him. So 2-lap old hards. They shouldn't be very old. He's going to have to use a little bit of track delicacy in order to get those hards to the end. Catch up to the safety car here. And he'll go now, and Zox will catch Sky a little bit off guard. Cruz on the fresh soft compound tires, looking to utilize those tires to an advantage. A little bit of rear locking from Sky. A little bit of rear locking from Smith also. On there, not looking to try to go side-by-side through the first sector with Smith. Side-by-side is Project Nemesis and Rassam. Rassam had to use the little bit of frontage road there in order to side-by-side with Smith and Prior Germs. Prior Germ leaves the space, and he has wing damage, as it appears. Not sure if it was Smith or if it was that restart that caused it. A little bit of a bump. Between that, Smith has repaired his wings, so he has full benefits out of that. Lap 10 out of 25. They're going to be starting lap 11 here pretty soon. Sky looking to try to gain an advantage on Zox. Cruz also trying to benefit on the soft compound tires. I don't see him going to the end, but we'll see how his tire saving is throughout this Grand Prix. Zox managing to get a 6/10 gap between Sky and himself. Cruz is a little bit behind. Well, actually, just about 6/10 from Sky and himself. I was reading the wrong interval there. I was reading Cruz's from Sky. Sky is only 2/10 off now from Zox's rear gearbox. 5. Absolutely. 13 more laps of racing. Cruz is going to come into the pits now. I'd imagine for medium compound tires. So that'll lead Rassam onto the podium. Medium compound tires for Smith, or for Cruz. Smith with a 10-second time penalty. And I would imagine that's mediums for Mr. Smith. And on air Mike D in the top 5 position. Oh wait, Sky has spun it! And he has no end plate! What has happened to Sky? Like coming around the end of this carousel there, it's very hard to get traction down. It's very easy to get the car turned as it's a banked corner. But a little bit of a 3-second time penalty for Sky there. But man, managed to get the power down too early, I would imagine. But man, he's probably going to come in for a new wing, and that'll promote Zox up a place. Sky trying to push the absolute limits out of the Aston Martin, and then I'll promote Rassam up a place. Project Nemesis up on the podium. And On Air in 4th place also. So man, has the tables turned at Jeddah. Ooh, and Sky's going to come out in traffic here with Smith and Prior Germ. He's going to be on those fresh mediums there. Sky with a 129.5 for the fastest lap. Trying to chase down Cruz here for the podium. He's got 1 lap fresher tires. On Air also trying to defend from Smith just behind. It's going to be difficult with that wing damage. Right on board with Sky here. Trying to chase down Cruz here. He's got DRS now. Absolutely pushing the Aston Martin to the absolute limit to try to get back onto the podium and redeem what he's got. Project Nemesis also just pitted onto fresh hards here. Zox is going to take the opportunity to pit onto fresh mediums here. Will he be able to get out ahead of Cruz? Rassam also pitting onto fresh mediums. Oh boy, it's going to be close. Rassam is going to be just ahead of Smith, it may look like here. And that'll be Zox, Cruz, and Sky once again on the podium. So Sky has managed to get ahead. Zox is on that mildly better tires than Cruz and Sky right now. So he's going to be looking to try to set the fastest lap for the race. So 129.592 the beat. He's not too far off of it. But the cars are getting lighter as the race progresses. Down the outside, Mr. Sky goes on Cruz. Cruz defends down the inside. Cruz lets him have it. A little bit of DRS games, it looks like, maybe, from Mr. Cruz. DRS is open. Defending from Sky. Down the outside, Cruz goes on Sky. Sky defends around the outside. Gets the power down and manages to stay ahead of Cruz. And Cruz will have to concede it. He'll have to, I mean, Sky's got that 3-second time penalty. So is he wanting to work together to try to catch up to Zox here? Zox is on a heater. He's 9/10 up on his time. So he's a second up. He looks like it's a 1:29.8 as it sits right now. He's going to have to go a little bit quicker than that in order to redeem the fastest lap. See what he can set here. Lap 29 out of 25 here. Coming around the final corner now. Will it be fastest lap? And it will be just, well, no, it will be the same exact time as Sky, a 1:29.592. But he's the most recent, so he will take it for the fastest lap. Wow, what a heater from Mr. Zox. Setting the same exact time as Sky on those brand new. So 3.3 seconds between Sky and Rassam. Down the inside, Project Nemesis goes on Smith. And he'll get that job done. 3-second time penalty for Rassam. And his teammate will be just outside of that. Lap 24 out of 25, Zox has started. And everybody else is just about to start their lap 24. So 2 more laps remaining through Jeddah Corniche. The sprint wasn't really his fashion this time around, but the feature race has served him well. The Aussie will come across the line in Jeddah Corniche and take 50 points to his name into the championship, followed by Skybiz in the Aston Martin. And I believe Rassam will keep his position as well. And that is your podium sitters. And Cruz and Project Nemesis are the top 5 as it sits right now. Zox with the fastest lap with a 1:29.592. Same lap time as Sky Biz, though, just behind him, though. Rassam, Cruz, Project Nemesis, On Air, Smith, Pryor, Germ, Curie, and the DNFers on Ninja, William, and Apex to follow suit. All right. Looks like we won't have anybody. But at Limitless, we talk about everybody's race, no matter what. So, we got some insights. Rassam has sent a few messages over. And it says, this is what he says as of right now. He says, it was overall a good weekend. Good points for the team and drivers in both races. Change set up at the last minute and took a risk. Glad it paid off. First podium in this league will be memorable. Will be a memorable one. Sad for my teammate. Strategy error cost him a podium. He was closer to me. I would have let him have the podium to be in the race for fight at the top, but he decided it was a little bit quicker. It is what it is. Clean racing overall. And he said, thank you. Good to see from Mr. Rassam. And hope to see him in the next week's race. Or, well, actually, you want to see something here. We are on a, I believe, so I believe we are on a 2-week break period after this, so we won't be back for for Division 1 until the 2nd. So everybody will have a 2-week break period coming into this time around. But Jeddah has provided for Rassam in the first podium of the league, and like you said, it's a memorable one. So but congrats on Mr. Rassam, and hopefully we'll see him again on the podium for Singapore. We'll talk about Mr. Sky's race here. He had a fantastic race coming into this. I mean, he had high hopes. I believe he finished... We'll get the stats up here. We'll go into sprint. In the sprint, he finished 3rd, and he qualied, it looked like, pole. So he went from 1st to 3rd. Not really what he would have wanted in forms of keeping up the pace, but he was still with his championship rival. But coming into the feature race quali, he did take another pole position, and was very excited. I would imagine very excited about that. But coming into the race after the lobby restart, losing out a little bit of positions between his championship rival, and potentially almost with Rassam getting him with 3-second time penalty that he had between 5 or 7 laps left of the Grand Prix. But let's go and let's see, and we'll go to Mr. Zox now. I mean, hopefully we'll see Mr. Sky in about 2 weeks' time at Singapore. Definitely gonna be a little bit same, almost faster. I would say a little bit more complicated track layout than Jeddah, but it's gonna provide some fantastic racing. We'll see who has the consistency and patience coming into Singapore, and hopefully we'll see him back on the podium within Limitless Racing here. We'll go into the Kick Sauber paddock. I mean, his race was overall good. Quali was a little bit on the edge side, finishing ahead in the race, both races ahead of Sky, which is beneficial in the championship. Overall points gained no matter the scenario in both events. But a good points turnout for Mr. Zox and for Kick Sauber in the championship point of things, as I believe they've gained a little bit, but Ferrari is the most that have gained overall this weekend. But as of right now, Zox is our winner for our main event, and he was 2nd in the sprint. So he definitely deserves that win for the feature. And Sky was wanting to win, and a little bit too much power coming into the carousel corner into the beginning of Sector 2. But Zox kept it consistent and kept it between the lines and kept it clean, and decided to do the 2-stopper on to medium, hard, medium to finish out the race, and surprisingly enough do the same lap time as Mr. Sky. So he was the most recent time to set it, so he gets the fastest lap. But congrats to Zox, and hopefully we'll see him at Singapore in 2 weeks' time, and who knows? You never know. At Singapore, I mean, it's like I said, it's a little bit more of a complex track to navigate around in this fashion. So we'll see. But yeah, we'll chat a little bit more here as the podiums are wrapped. I mean, the Limitless for right now, Tuesday down there. Division 1 will be back in 2 weeks' time, so we will see our fastest drivers come around Singapore, like I've said a couple times. But in about 3 days' time, yeah, 3 days' time, we will see Division 2 down there at 8:30 Eastern right there. Go around Jeddah Cornese once again for more double points weekend, and then we'll see who can keep their britches on their waist and see if who can come out on top, either in both or all of the events, or who can manage the podiums. We'll see in our newest division. But man, it's been a great night. I enjoyed it watching this event unfold. And if you haven't seen Limitless Racing, here it is right now. You know, down there in the Wisebot chat down there. Hit that Discord button, and if you want to race beyond limits with us, you know, be a part of our community that strives to help others improve. And yeah, let's have fun at every game cycle, F1 game cycle there is. So this is your boy Nerf for Nothing, and we will see you in 3 days' time at Division 2. Let's see you then.
Let's go!